Tell the truth. The Information Man podcast can be heard on 9 major platforms. On the second YouTube channel as well, Information Man Speaks Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Castbox, SoundCloud, and finally, Spreaker.
We made a promise we wouldn't walk away. No, I'm getting sick and tired. Cause I know just what you want, and I got just what you need. Staying away for real. Just let them know it's
You are listening to Information Man
That's
podcast.
why you keep on running back, just stay for real. We could have forever in a day. For real, baby. All day, got you running back always, girl, you know you mine always. Let's all day, got you running back all day, always, girl, you know you mine always. Let's all day, got you running back all day, always, girl, you know you mine always. Let's all day, got you running back all day, always, girl, you know you mine always. Let's go.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
You won't admit it, but you know,
You are listening to Information
I
Man.
know.
Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Even if you deny it, you gon' see, you gon' love it when it gets you on.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You are listening to
What's up, everybody? This is Information Man Speaks podcast. Welcome to the program on this crazy world we call Earth, on a planet in a place called America. A lot of things are going on around the country today. I want to thank you all that have joined me in the chat room right now. If you can hear me clearly, I'm hoping I'm not having any technical problems this time around. I went live a few days ago, got good numbers on that show. A lot of people showed up, but in the beginning of the show, there were some technical issues that I really want to apologize to everyone about. But let me know if you can hear me by hitting a 7 in the chat room. I don't know how many people will come around for this one today. Of course, today is a day that they are having the funeral for Takeoff. And I want to say we have to give some reverence and some respect to the fact that the family, and thank you all that are hitting 7 in the chat room, 7 in the chat room. I appreciate you. We have to give some reverence and respect to the family, the mother, the father, all the family members, and all the people that love Takeoff and Amigos, Quavo, the whole 9 yards. Set it off. Offset. To the brother Offset, who I know had some type of falling out with the Migos, particularly Takeoff, and I hope that in his heart he can let all that go because he's lost a brother. And this whole situation that's happened in Houston, Texas, The fact that the police haven't said anything, the mayor hasn't had a press conference. We don't know what's going on. Maybe they're keeping everything under wraps because they've got some very explosive information to lay on all of us. But the bloggers on YouTube are doing their best to put information out. However, I gotta be honest, there are some titles, some things on YouTube that are what we call clickbait. I'm not trying to get into clickbait here. One of the things that they wanted for this funeral today is that they didn't want cameras in there. This is a celebration of life for Takeoff. Important event information. Enter your Georgia zip code. If you live in Georgia, you enter your Georgia access code for tickets, which it all sold out, ladies and gentlemen. This event will be a foam-free experience. Now, some would say, what is that? What are they trying? Why are they not letting anyone take video for the moment? Maybe because the family don't want people to exploit the situation. There are some out there who want to say, well, this may be a part of a ritual. I'm just going to say, to be reverence to the family, is that at the end of the day, it is their son who is no longer here. It is their family member. It is their loved one. And they actually do have the right, if they choose to, not allow people to have cameras there. And if you don't like that, then simply you don't go. It is their family, their rules. Now, we can episcopate about what we think is going on. Are they trying to hide something? Is it a ritual? At the end of the day, Takeoff is dead. Takeoff had his life taken away over BS. This ain't about a ritual. This is about, once again, homicide. Black people harming another black person, jealous and envy, whether it be an argument over a dice game or an argument over basketball, all these various things. And I've got audio that I've got it now set up properly for you to hear from the assistant of the Migos. And they said that it was about a dice game because Quavo was getting broken off for about 17 grand or 17,000, 17 grand or 7 grand, one of the two. But they're going to say it. You're going to hear it for yourself here on the Information Man Speaks podcast. The bottom line is senseless killing again. So the family said, we want the cameras to be free. We want no cameras in the funeral. Use of phones will not be permitted in the performance space. I guess they're going to have people, I don't know if it's a performance, like, you know how a performance can be at a funeral. You have someone saying a song in memory, spiritual song, gospel song, or some artists who want to give a song. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There's people like Drake that are going to be there. There's going to be who's who. And you just wonder how many people are going to just show up because it's what they have to do, not because what they want to do. We know that Drake unfollowed Quavo. And he's very booed in and tight with the mob ties and the whole outfit out there in Houston. Can you all hear me in the chat room? Those that have come by for this Unpromptu podcast. I want to thank Alex Davis in the house for being here. Anybody that's come through for being here. But let me continue reading on here. Upon arrival at the venue, phones will be secured in individual pouches that will be open at the end of the event. Guests maintain possession of their devices at all times, even can access them throughout the event only in designated phone use areas. So they're not saying you can't bring your phone, but they're going to give you a pouch. They're going to give you something where you're not to film during the ceremony. Now, we know that someone's going to pirate this. Someone's going to get their hands on the footage and going to put that out there. Okay. All pouches and equipment are routinely sanitized. The staff and the trained and the required to follow safety guidelines and hygiene protocol to protect social distancing. Okay, so that's what's going on as part of one of their rules. Another thing that's going on is this man right here, and that is J. Prince Jr. Something's not right here. Something's not right here with this man right here. Now, he hasn't said a word on social media, anything, since this whole thing broke. But we know that his father, who I got it on good information. I want to say shout out to brother, the real Jonathan Stewart, who you're going to hear from today, who said that Jay Prince Jr. is not the biological son of Jay Prince Sr. Allegedly, in terms of biologically. But we know that Jay Prince Sr. is the only one that has had something to say since this incident has happened. But yet a lot of people are not satisfied with what Jay Prince Sr. said, that it was very cryptic in his writing. And let me just give you, once again, a small slice of this. A lack of love and respect we have for one another as a race, which keeps bringing us back to the same tragic place of black on black killing. They say Satan is the author of confusion, and right now there is a lot of lies and false narratives being spread on the social media hoes. I consider myself a man that is quick to listen and slow to speak. Therefore, to whoever is responsible for putting that bullet in my little nephew's head, let it be known that you can't hide behind me, beside me, or anywhere near me, because I don't tolerate dumb shit. I speak these words not knowing whose bullet responsible for the death with. Now the question is, when he says you can't hide behind me, why would he say something like that? And I've been saying this on my other shows. If he and his people have nothing to do with this, Jay Prince Sr., why would you even say that if you know that you had nothing to do with it? Now the question is, will they show up to that funeral today? Did they show up? There's a lot of talk out there in the Atlanta that they don't want them there. They want to get their hands on little Cam. They want to get their hands on these folks. They're saying that we're fed up and tired of my ties. We're not having any respect for them. So the father give a cryptic message, which a lot of people did not respect. At least that's what's being said out here on these social media streets. So a lot of people don't respect Jay Prince Jr., who they're saying he's not a real street dude because he was born into money and he's just playing a caricature. But it's a shame that his father gave a statement, even if we didn't like the statement in terms of its crypticness, and yet Jay Prince Jr. hasn't said a word. Now you could say, well, maybe the lawyers are telling him don't say anything. But the fact that his father at least gave a statement saying that our family gives our condolence, he hasn't said anything. But you know what Jay Prince Jr. has done? You know what this man has done that really blows me away, which is the premise of this stream today? You know what he really has done is that he had the nerve just yesterday, yesterday, I think it was early morning or late night, he dropped a statement on his Instagram. Here is an example of his Instagram right here, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Prince Jr. This is a official Instagram. Mob Ties founder and CEO. Rap a lot for life. Houston in my city, but the earth is in my turf. That type of nonsense that he's speaking there. So he gets on the Instagram, and you're saying, okay, the funeral is today. So you would think that he would say something like "Rest in peace, Takeoff," or I want to give a shout out to the family and respect to Takeoff or something. Nothing. He didn't even leave a note, a statement in the way his father did. Even if we question the father's statement, the senior, junior, we're talking about Jay Prince. And he ain't like his father. He's just not a real dude. Okay, he's a wannabe. All his life, has been plenished with money. He wants to be like his father was back in the day, a real G. But Jay Prince Jr. isn't a real G. He's a pretender. because this pretender didn't even have the nerve to make some reverence, didn't have any reverence for Takeoff when Takeoff lost his life. And the word on the streets and the word in the social media and the words of people that were there, people who have given some statements that were witnesses, said that he walked right past Takeoff like it didn't mean anything, like he didn't have a care in the world for Takeoff, and that it was said that it was uttered out of his mouth, fuck it. I'm gonna say it again, fuck it. As you see Takeoff on the ground right there. Now, I said on my first channel, the Information Man Show, and I want to say peace to everybody in the chat room that's listening. I appreciate you being here. That I wasn't going to get into this anymore until we get something from the police and the mayor and all this sort of stuff. But when I saw what he did, and I got to give shout out to my man, Max V World Media. When I witnessed what he did, and I'm going to show you, that he didn't have the reverence because of the funeral being today to at least say something in relationship to the funeral. And of course, it's damn if you do and damn if you don't, because there are those who don't want them there. They can't go there. Mod Ties is not wanted in Atlanta, Georgia. Hell, I'm hearing that Mod Ties is not going to get respect around this country. This is about telling the truth.
Tell the
and
truth.
Shaming the damn devil.
You are listening to Information Man Podcast. Now let's get back to the Information Man Podcast.
Yes, let's get back. So he decides to post something on the Instagram. Didn't have the ability to do what his father did when the father left his statement, where he at least tried to say something about what's going on. The father talking about the black on black crime. Well, we know that in every ethnic group, Asians and whites, they all commit crime on each other when they live in close proximity to each other. But black people, we can't afford to be doing this to each other over this rap crap, over this, whether it be a dice game or some nonsense like that. I blame Jay Prince because they were supposed to be under his protection when they came to his city. Here's a video clip. I could not play these video clips on my other stream because I was having some technical problems, but here's a video clip example when they were in town under their watch. And you got Jazz Prince on this one right here. Listen to this.
Where it is, Jazz? Where it is right here? Little something. OG Mike. Hey, man, you know how we do.
That's James Prince. That's Mike Prince right there. Bring that back, bring that back.
You never stop.
That's Mike Prince right there.
You hear me, man? Take.
They go Takeoff, they go Quavo, having a smoke, hanging out in the 5th Ward.
Doing it, man.
Hanging out in the 5th Ward, y'all. Right? And they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. I'm going to play that again.
Where it is, Jazz?
They were under their protection. They were in the 5th Ward, under their protection.
OG Mike. Hey, man, you know how we do.
Mike
Never
Prince.
stop. Man, we outside, man. You hear me, man?
You see Quavo. You see Takeoff there. They were under their protection and jurisdiction there. Let me stop that right now and bring this back to here. Okay. So so we heard the young lady, and I've played this audio before, saying that the only people who had the guns were the people in Jazz Prince camp or the people in the Prince family's camp, as you've heard this before.
Something really quick, and I'm gonna try not to give out my identity. We were all there when all this happened. I just left from HPD. First of all, in order to be around Jazz Prince, you have to be searched. None of us had guns, but Jazz people had guns. Okay, all of this was over a dice game. This shit started in 5th Ward around 9:30, 10 last night. So this had nothing to do with no damn dice game, with no money situation or anything like that. And the only reason why I'm not going to great details because I live in Houston and the Prince family know me. But all of this shit that they're saying about, oh, well, this was a sacrifice. No, this was an argument between two camps. And it wasn't even between two camps because Takeoff and Quavo was basically trying to be the mediator between the people who were arguing.
Oh, shit.
And so everybody's saying, oh, well, this is Quavo's fault. Quavo had nothing to do with the shit y'all talking about, bro. Y'all was not there when this happened. It had nothing to do with that. So all these 30-second videos that they're seeing, this and that, everybody's saying, well, he didn't act the way how he acted whenever Takeoff got shot. Did they tell you he passed the fuck out? Did they tell you we had to help him to the fucking car? Did they tell you that? Like, nobody is really talking about the real that's going on. But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll leave it at that. The only people who had firearms that night was the camp who protect Jay.
Tell the truth.
Thank you.
All right, so as you can hear, that was the audio that I've played before. I have a method to my madness and bringing some of this stuff up again, in particular, as you see right here, Jay Prince back on. So once again, Jay Prince, this is his legitimate Instagram. Let me go ahead and show you what he wrote. I think this happened just late last night or early morning, and he did not have the reverence to recognize a brother who has lost his life under his damn watch. Under his damn watch. Under his watch, did not have any reverence for Takeoff. That's why people, ladies and gentlemen, believe that they are responsible for this man not being here anymore because, or Jay Prince in particular, because he didn't say a damn thing. Let me let you see his Twitter. If you think I'm lying, unless he's erased it, you can go over to his Twitter and see it for yourself and know that this is a legitimate Twitter, not Twitter. Let me correct myself. I'm talking about Instagram. Yes, Instagram. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Instagram. Let me correct myself one more time. We're talking about Instagram, not Twitter. Instagram. This is his Instagram page, legitimately. We know that Quavo's family, they're having the funeral as I speak right now, if it has not been over already. And then he drops this on his Instagram page. No condolences. No, I'm sorry about what happened. No, I'm sending out love to the family. I'm sending out love to the mother. We have to remember Takeoff. No, I'm sorry about what happened. No, nothing. But guess what he's doing? He's promoting an artist. Here is the damn Instagram post right here. A damn shame.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
You are listening to Information Man Podcast.
Jay Prince drops this. He's got that artist Finesse 2 times. The Slum Mo is out now. Pre-order the mixtape. 90 days now. It'll be out on 12/2/90 days. Will be out. Real street gospel. So he's promoting. Mod Times is promoting, and Jay Prince Jr. is promoting and is more concerned right now with promoting this dude right here. You know who he is. Just got out of the damn, I think the feds. And that's One Finesse 2 times. One Finesse 2 times. He's promoting his Slum Mo, which is some, I guess, an album or whatever he's got out right now, and it's out right now. Then he's talking about you can pre-order the mixtape in 90 days now. 12/2/90 days, I guess 12/2 meaning December, will be out. Real street gospel, Mod Ties. This is Jay Prince. This is what he posts on his social media, on his Instagram. I want to give prayers to the family. No statements about the funeral, even if his lawyers are telling him not to say anything to incriminate himself. just being able to say, as a human being, as a human, I want to give prayers and reverence to the family and the funeral that's happening today. That doesn't incriminate you. But this man who wants to be a real G like his father,
Tell the truth.
who wants to be a real G like his father, and he ain't because he's been born into money, spoiled. You get these rich kids where you got a real G like his father, who actually did come up in the streets, did come up on the hard side of the mountain, but his son doesn't even have the same type of style. You see this all the time. You get people who grew up with money, and then the father or the mother, they worked hard and they give the kids everything they want. And then them kids want to grow up and want to be street and act like they from the streets. The only thing street about the Prince family is Prince Sr. And we know that. We know that he's certified 100%. This is what I wasn't able to play because he doesn't like Whack 100. He calls Whack 100, he calls him Rat 100. But this is what he had to say. You know he's a real G here.
I put in a lot of work where the hip hop culture is concerned. Blaze the trail.
And that logo is from the Information Man Show, my other channel. Make sure you subscribe to it.
Trying to shit on Nipsey. Trying to shit on
Tell
homie
the
Big U out there. Trying to shit on Master P. Good nigga, real niggas. Meek Mill. I see a nigga get on a podcast and with another rat and go off on 21 Savage.
Talking about rat. Talking about Whack 100.
Got diarrhea at the mouth. He like full of shit, right? He the type of nigga that will shit in the bed and blame it on the baby. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Some people get lost along the way. You know what I mean? They get lost along the way and they'll roll off a cliff with, you know what I mean, Officer Rat 100. I don't like this shit, man. I'm gonna calm down and let y'all talk, but I hope the people feel me because, I ain't the type of nigga. I don't believe in using rat, and like some niggas call them punks. I remember calling him.
He's going in there.
So he like a sissy to me. You know what I mean? He's a sissified nigga to me, and I can say a whole lot of other things, but we on $1 million worth of game, right? But just for the record, I want all that smoke that one is talking about.
So as you can see, he's going in there, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you to a lady 747 for the $1.99 super chat. We got Six Figure Dave's in the house, Empress Goddess in the house, Jill Chocolate Boutique in the house, Miss Mills is in the house. Thank you for being here. We got Beverly Palmer's in the house. A lot of great people. Dr. Nikki's in the house. Thank you for being here, Doctor. Much respect to you. The doctor is in the house. We got Miss Davis, who's mod in the house. All the mods, I thank you. I wasn't expecting to do this because I said, you know what, the next time I do any video around this issue, as I said before, I'm gonna wait until the real evidence comes out here. Will the police stand up and do their damn job? Will the mayor do a press conference, do something, right? We're trying to figure out what's going on here. But when I witnessed, and I want to say shout out to Brother Max again, because he talked about this for a brief moment as well. I want to say shout out to everybody that something is not right here, that this man doesn't even have the guts of his father to at least make a statement. And I don't seem to understand how that he waits into a day before. It's like a slap in the face, literally, that he waits until the day before the funeral to finally post something on his social media like this. I'm gonna show you this again. This is all he posts. Nothing about Takeoff, no sorry, no, I wanna say blessings to the family, I wanna give my prayers, my condolences, no, nothing. Even if he's being told by the lawyers, Don't say anything incriminating. Why? How could that be incriminating? I'm going to say that again. But that's what he posted, ladies and gentlemen. This is legitimate. I didn't make up anything here. So while he posts that and promotes Finesse Tumos, or whatever the hell his name is, because this man this is on the Instagram again, as he gets out of federal pen, Finesse Tumos gets even official music video, gets an official music video as he's getting out of the pen, and they go and pick him up and get the plane for him and all of that stuff like that. Finesse Tumos gets the red carpet treatment. And Finesse Tumos was getting some pushback on him rocking with Mod Types right now. He says this was some time back, but people were coming at him. This is some time back, but it's relevant to now. Now, this is what Finesse says on his own social media Instagram page. A lot of people are asking me why you sign with Rap A Lot, why you sign with Mod Ties. Understand this. Jay Prince came and picked me up when I was down. And this is a mistake that these rappers keep doing. I'm gonna read further here. When I was down, everybody left, meaning everybody left him. I was selling K2 in the feds to survive when I met him, year and a half ago. Our chemistry clicked. Now, this is what's dumb about these rappers. Why would you set up here after you just got out of the federal pen and tell people on your Instagram social media that when you were in the federal pen, you sold drugs in the pen? And I know it does happen, ladies and gentlemen. I know this personally, because of the kind of work I do. You set up here and you told the world I was selling K2, that's a drug, in the pen to survive. Do you want to go back to prison? Finesse to me, whatever the hell you call your name.
Tell the truth.
This is how these guys get these RICO cases. For those of you out there that's saying, well, they messing with the rappers and they looking at what the rappers are rapping about in their music and what they putting in their means, because they're stupid. If you're doing criminal things, why are you displaying it, and why are you putting it in your social means and putting it in your videos and telling the whole world what you just got finished doing? He's dumb. He just got out of the pen, out of the feds, and he's in this post 19 weeks ago admitting that he sold K2 drugs, which means for him to sell it, he had to either smuggle it in or have someone smuggle it into him. That's dumb. That's what you call Dumb and Dumber. You're dumb, man. You're real dumb. So as we go on with this post, he leaves, I met him a half a year ago and our chemistry clicked immediately. And before I signed any paperwork, he made sure I wanted it. For nothing gave me guidance and knowledge that I lacked. Long story short, the bigger the music, we family now, Mod Ties. So now he wants to get involved with Mod Ties and all that nonsense. Well, I got a message for you. This is a brother that I met on social media, on the YouTube streets. I was on his show and I was dropping some dimes over there. He gave me a lot of respect. And this brother goes by the name The Real Jonathan Stewart. Check out his YouTube channel, The Real Jonathan Stewart. He allowed me to come up on the panel and speak my mind just a few days ago. And I'm sorry, I gotta give him a shout out here, but I had to clip some of what he said about Finesse in his relationship with Jay Prince. Jay Prince to me is a snake because he didn't even have the decency to say something about Takeoff. Instead, he's promoting a mixtape that they got coming out soon. He's promoting the music. I get it. That's his job. He's working in the music industry because of his daddy. That's the truth. He didn't build any of this shit up. He's doing all of this because he's riding off the backs of the senior because he didn't build nothing up over there. It was the senior that built all that up, right? He's just riding off of what his daddy created, okay? What his daddy created for him, all right? That's the problem with this spoiled generation today. They feel entitled. They get participation trophies and things of that nature. Nobody comes up the hard side of the mountain. Jay Prince Jr. is from my generation. Jay Prince Sr., let me correct myself. Jay Prince Sr. is from my generation, coming up the hard side of the mountain, Gen Xer. But man, have you made it easy on your damn sons? In this case, Jay Prince Jr. He's riding around like he's, a thugged out individual, and all of this is just, playing the game. And the people that run around him, damn well, if it wasn't for the senior, they probably would have choice words for him themselves. So this is a situation right here, okay? So they bring in Finesse, who just got out of the pen, and let you hear what the real Jonathan Stewart had to say about this man. And I gotta say, shout out to him. Check out his YouTube channel. But I think he kept it real funky and he kept it real. Here we go.
The next 2 times. Boy, you know what's going on. You know what this is. Ain't nobody say you had nothing to do with it. But it's kind of funny. You always around mob ties. You always everything ties, the clan. Big party with the Migos there. Made me wonder, why wasn't you there, Finesse 2 times? You already knew it was gonna happen. You already knew the play, you knew it was gonna happen. Let's see, he go to the factual facts, Finesse 2 times. You ain't gotta cut ties with mob ties. But I do know you can't be around no convicted felons.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Mob ties. You can't be around no firearms.
Tell the truth.
See, Finesse 2 times. You've been to prison, but it still don't seem like you learned. You can't understand what's going on, boy. You can't see what's really going on. Mob ties is over.
That's the truth. That's the 100% orange juice truth. Mob ties may be seeing its last days. We'll have to see how that all works out. But the thing that's really crazy about this, ladies and gentlemen, as this man right here doesn't even have the reverency to say something, given the fact that today is the funeral, or was the funeral. I don't know if it's still going on right now or not, but I want to say much love to the family. Give them your prayers. The mother is going through a lot. This was a hell of a group right here. Offset has got to be definitely upset in his mind right now because him and Takeoff had some type of breach in their relationship over some personal matters. And then, of course, Quavo, we know that the nurse said that he was screaming and saying, please, please, as he was screaming. Well, let me say this. She said he was screaming because he was concerned and pleasing for her to revive his brother, Takeoff. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead as going far as to replay what the nurse said was the situation. Going to play that. I'm going to pull that up right now, just as a reminder to you. This podcast will be over at some point soon, but I want to run some things home that are very important, such as, let's go with the nurse's statements, as I'm going to pull them up. Give me 1 minute, and here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear what she had to say right now. And I appreciate everybody in the chat room that's here, giving the brother the channel, the love that you're giving. Let's just play this again as she talks about how he became emotional. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Says she thought it was an active shooter situation.
In my head at that moment, I'm thinking, I'm not going anywhere.
But then she says she heard a sound she could not ignore as a first responder.
He was screaming, ah! So I'm thinking that's the victim.
When she went to render aid, she says she learned the man screaming was not the shooting victim, but Quavo, Takeoff's uncle. She says Takeoff himself was unresponsive.
His eyes were rolled back and fixed. And I saw a pile of blood behind his head. So the first thing to do is to put pressure on the wound. That was too late. I checked his pulse.
While she says as a nurse, she can't pronounce people dead, she believes the 28-year-old Atlanta native was already gone.
Whoa.
Outside of a woman embracing me was the hood. You know what I mean? Fifth Ward was homies on the blocks, was, you know, stepfathers. You know what I mean? I had males in my life in a combination of ways that helped shape and mold me to become, you know, who I became.
All right,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
okay.
And that's why, like, with the hood, I'm so, like, adamant about those that abandon the hood, you know what I mean? Once you make it, when you know this place helped shape and mold you to become who you became.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Information Man Speaks podcast. And the other night when I was having some technical problems, I'm able to make amends for that with this show today. This is the mayor talking again.
Unique situation. And I know all this year and all these months, people have been trying to make this a Houston unique situation. Just this morning, I'm looking at all the crime stats of all of the major cities. Okay, Houston is not the worst city. Far from, okay. Every city in this country is facing issues. But the good news in this city, what I can say, is that we are trending in the right direction.
He's doing the politicians
We
thing.
have 46 fewer homicides this year than we had last year. If it was 46 more than last year, you'll be hearing about that. And you would be reporting on that. But no one is reporting that we have 46 fewer homicides this year.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now, Mayor. You're not, I get it, Mayor. You're doing the political thing. Hey, we don't have as many homicides as we had a year ago or 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and nobody's reporting about that. We get it, Mayor. We get it, Sylvester Turner. He looked like a Sylvester, too. We get all of that, brother. But the problem is, brother, as you have broken down in this press conference weeks ago, this has been so long ago since they had this press conference, my gray hair is getting grayer. Peace to Wellness with Fugo Mama, Jacob in the house, Empress Queen, Kevin Miller's in the house, El Yalpo, that's my brother there. All of you, thank you. Larry for coming through. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the bell of notification and you definitely subscribe to the channel. But not only you subscribe to this channel, the Information Man Speaks podcast, you get on over there to the Information Man Show as well, my first channel, and subscribe to that. I definitely would appreciate that. But this is the point. This man, the mayor, I want to be respectful, is saying what he's saying, but yet you haven't given us any statements about what's going on. Here we go again.
Homicides this year than we had last year.
All right.
If it was 46 more than last year,
that's right, brother.
You'll be hearing about that.
Right. I get it, Mayor, but we haven't heard about this case. We haven't heard you say anything about where the investigation is going. Now, maybe you have to the family, which they have the right, of course, to know beyond anybody. But it's great that you're saying what you're saying, Mayor. But what about right now? What about this case Because yeah, you didn't have a lot of homicides last year or this year, but you got this case, Mayor, this case right now. What's going on with this case right now?
Information is power.
We will be reporting on that. But no one is reporting that we have 46 fewer homicides.
I know, Mayor, you have 46 fewer homicides, but you haven't reported on this homicide, this one right now, Mayor.
That's this year than the same time last year. Homicides
what about this one right now, Mayor?
But I will say this. This was not an incident that happened at just like in an open club.
Right, but what about this one?
Come in and come out and nobody knows everybody. This was a private event.
Right. So if it was private, that means that you should be able to identify the people that were involved that much more, Mayor, right?
Based on the investigation of about 40 people. It is important for the hip hop community, for everybody else, for the city, for the family. It is important for those who have information on who the shooters were.
Okay.
To make that information known.
Right, make it available.
There's a responsibility and accountability on all of us to do.
Right.
And that's why.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I had to stop that right there. So the mayor, he's saying good things, right? But so far we've got no message, no information from the police department, the HPD. But check this out. On my other video on the Information Man show that I did recently, I told all of you that there's a relationship between the Prince family and the mayor. There is a relationship between the mayor as he talks here,
the subject matter, that there are too many,
and there's a relationship between him and Mike Prince as he talks here. There's a relationship between him. We see a photo with him and Mike Prince, which I showed on the other channel. But there's a relationship with the Prince family, which is why I believe he's been so polite and reverent. And as I call it, he's been so urban friendly in this case. All right, so I'm just saying, allegedly, well, not alleged, that there is a relationship to that Fifth Ward. He's a politician. They need votes. They need money. They need support. Believe me, the Jay Prince Sr. knows him, and he knows Jay Prince Sr. But we haven't gotten any clues from the police so far. So now that's led to bloggers coming up with all different types of theories as to what took place or what did not take place. I'm going to say this again. Let's put up Jay Prince, who I just told you just dropped this post right here, never said a word about Takeoff. That shows you once again no respect that he's given. And it's already been reported that he walked past the body and said, fuck it. Now we know that, is there a relationship between him and his goon here? We know the goon here as Little Cam, that Little Cam do it all by himself, or were there other people involved? And then of course, a lot of bloggers right now are saying, we're all wondering, was this a setup? Now we know that Cardi B has already put out there that she believes that it's a setup.
Information is power.
And we know that this youngster right here, Little Cam, that he goes by, has a criminal background record, and this is his mugshot right here. I've shown this already, that there's a relationship that this young man has with the family that goes all the way back to right here. I talked about that the other night. There's a relationship. That's Little Cam's dad. That's Little Cam's dad. Has a relationship with Jay Prince Sr. That's Little Cam down at the bottom there. There is a relationship. There was rumors that, hey, his life, that they took him out, that Little Cam was shot. That's a lie. Little Cam has been playing games, and he took this down when I presented this on my stream a couple of nights ago, which is, this was Little Cam. This is his legitimate, Little Cam's legitimate Twitter, social media Twitter, and he has been, ladies and gentlemen, he has been capping. He has been trolling. He put right here disrespectfully, I should go to the Takeoff funeral. That was posted on 11/9/2022 from his iPhone at 11:30 a.m. in that lower corner. You can make that out. There are some that says that Little Cam, this is Little Cam, and there's some that believe that he had a weapon on him, and there he is in the yellow hoodie, as I've talked about before. There are some that says that there was some friction between Little Cam and the yellow hoodie that you see right there, and you got Quavo over to the other side, not looking very happy about the situation. And you say, well, what is the relationship? I said it again. There's a relationship that Little Cam has to the Prince family. We have to recognize that. And if you think I'm lying that he's not what we call a goon or a right-hand man for Jay Prince Jr., who thinks that he's a original gangster like his father, no, he's not an original gangster. He's a pretender. His father is original gangster. Okay, tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
And for those of you out there who think that I'm playing around here, again, I'm going to show this again. Here is the visual evidence that this same picture that you see right here, that they are together. Here you go. Boom. 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 I showed this on Sunday. I showed this the other night ago.
What are you here for?
That's Bootsy, that's Duke the jeweler. Bam, I'm stopping it right there. As you can see, there he is right there. There he is right there. There is no doubt. And what I'm talking about here, there is the still picture. Here is the actual video with them together. And people think that there is a connection, that he's like a lynchman for him. And I talked about this before. There he is again. You see him in the video. This is video Duke the jeweler, who lost his life in one of these damn dice games. That's Duke the jeweler. Now, for what they're saying is, we said this before, Duke the jeweler was breaking off big money against Jay Prince that night, and he was breaking them off some big money, and then he goes to his car. He ends up dead. Once again, another incident on Jay Prince's watch. And there is Little Cam over to the left, over there, as you can see him. Same direction. See? Boom. I'm not playing with y'all.
Tell the truth.
I talked about this before.
Tell the truth.
You know, this really is a damn shame. And I'm going to be honest with you all about this. I'm getting ready to play someone that you're going to be very surprised. I tried to play it the other night, but I was having those technical problems. If you can hear me, put a 7 in the chat room. 7 is the number we're going with. We're not going with ones anymore. We're going to go with the spiritual numbers. Put a 7 in the chat room if you can hear what I'm saying, if you can see what I'm putting on the display screen for you to look at, consume, and get some understanding. We know that. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of your support here today, all 417 of you. We know that his life was taken. We know that there's another situation that I'm looking at here. I'm going to put that up here real quick. And I ran that on the other channel a few times, but I think I'm going to run it over here one more time. And we know this situation, which was very sensitive as well. And that is, we have Migo Bands, who was trying to protect Quavo that night when Quavo walked around him and said, somebody's gonna get hurt. That's Quavo right there in the red, but check this out. Migo Bands had the weapon. They said he was a person of interest. There's reports that maybe that he shot the gun and that there were 2 young ladies or a young lady that got hurt who's in good condition, they say right now. That's what's been speculated out there. But there's some that say that he was trying to protect Quavo. Let's continue. There they go about that damn basketball. Don't play like that, he says, bro.
Rubbing on hurt somebody, bro. Rubbing on hurt somebody, bro.
As you see, walking by in the red, that's Quavo walking by in the red saying, I'm gonna hurt somebody. He leaves from the situation. Let me show you the pattern. Pattern recognition is important here. There is the red shirt, the pants, and here's the same shirt again. Boom, that's Quavo walking by saying, I'm gonna hurt somebody. And that's what happened, that's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you really want to know what was the situation with Quavo and this kid right here, or what we call Yellow Hoodie, you see him across from there, which is, as we know as Little Cam. And of course, there was the infamous individual that was there with the Chucky doll, who I showed you on my other channel, that the Chucky doll character, who is a rapper, that guess what? I showed you footage of him sitting down with one J. Prince Sr. as well. This really is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Really is crazy. It's wild.
Tell the truth.
Check this out. I want you all to hear for yourself. This is the assistant to the Migos that was there. People were saying, the young lady that I played said that it had nothing to do with a dice game or basketball, that it was in 5th Ward. Something could have happened in 5th Ward, but she might have missed this part, because the assistant that was there to the Migos, he spoke about the fact that it did get dramatized from the dice game. Here, we get ready to hear that right now. It's an audio clip.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway,
you off that,
walked outside from the dice. Niggas didn't even trip about the dice game. All it was a little $7,000 that it got up off of Quay. Quay walks outside and in a yellow jacket, yellow hoodie, follows us and say, hey, what's up with this one-on-one? Let's get a one-on-one basketball. And he was trying to get some more money out of it. Quay was like, bro, what you talking about? Like, you just took money off of me. Because you can hear in the video, he said, y'all just took money, we can get that back.
yeah. 7.
Right. So he was like, bro, like, why? He was like, why we talking about basketball? And he was like, so the dude in the white hat, that's Mike Prince. I just got to phone him too. I got to phone him not too long ago. He's commenting Quay down saying, oh, he don't mean it like that. He don't mean it like that. But Quay was just tripped because the was antagonizing him. He was following him outside. You know what I'm saying? Trying to still get more money or whatever. He was like, I can't wait to take your money again.
Let's play basketball. We can go play basketball.
He was like, I'm leaving. He's like, all right, I'm leaving. I ain't gonna say too much.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the audio. They're saying that it was over $7,000 or $17,000. That what was happening is that Takeoff was getting taken by Little Cam. Little Cam was out betting him, outdoing him in the crap game. And then there was a talk about, okay, let's play some basketball, meaning once again, another wager on let's play basketball. So now I can win some money off of you playing basketball. So to me, this is why people think it was a setup, because I think the basketball and the dice game and all these things that were happening, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, I think it was all, to all 523 of you, I think it was all, how can I say it? It was all a distraction, because if your goal allegedly is to set someone up, you have to create distractions, right? It's just like when you look at Malcolm X, and when he was speaking at the ballroom before he was killed, someone said, get your hands out of my pocket, right? Get your hands out of my pocket, right? So if you want to set someone up, you create a distraction. You have someone causing problems, chaos. so that the people that's there supposed to watch what's going on get confused by what's going on. You want to confuse the public so that we don't see what we think we see. We don't know what we're seeing by creating chaos. So I'm going to come in there with my goons, like what happened to dear brother Malcolm X, and you scream out in the middle of the ball where Malcolm X is speaking, and someone yells out, "Get your hands out of my pocket!" And then someone looks to see, well, what's going on over here? And while you're looking in one direction, something is happening in the other direction so that you can't see clearly what's going on. And don't think by any means that TMZ has shown us all the pure video in completion. Believe me, that's been edited just to give us a little taste of what they want us to see and what they want us to know, in my opinion.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
I'm telling you right now, something's not right. Why would this man make a tweet on his Twitter? I mean, not a tweet. Why would this man post on his Instagram? That's his Instagram, this statement. Why would he post after all this, after everything that's happened? He puts a post promoting Finesse rapper Finesse, because he's got a new album coming out. He's got some new mixtapes. Why would he promote that and not at least acknowledge the situation with Takeoff, given that his funeral is today? And this is off of his social media. And I can go look at his Instagram right now, and I can tell you that he's made no statements, nothing. I'm looking at it right now. He has the same promotional for Slum Mo. No statements about today's funeral. No condolences. No nothing. No prayers. No rest in power. No rest in peace. That speaks to what kind of character he has. See, I gotta be honest. J. Prince Sr. does have some character about him. His son, whether adopted or whether his biological son or not, doesn't have any real character. In my opinion, humbly. Let's hear again, J. Prince.
I put in a lot of work where the hip hop culture is concerned. I blazed the trail. You know what I mean? And when I see one, trying to shit on Tupac, trying to shit on Nipsey, trying to shit on, the homie Big U out there.
But your son is shitting on Takeoff, walking past him, as was reported by witnesses there, and saying fuck it. And then he doesn't even have the reverence to give a post, at least acknowledging that the man has a funeral today. As you're saying, Senior, you hate people that shit on those rappers that have passed.
Trying to shit on Master P, good nigga, real niggas.
Or people that are alive.
Neil. I see a nigga get on a podcast and with another rat and go off on 21 Savage.
Yeah, he talking about 21 Savage.
This nigga got
he calls him
diarrhea
Rat
at the mouth.
100.
He like full of shit, right? He the type of nigga that will shit in the bed and blame it on the baby. You know what I mean? Imagine
that right there is a hell of a statement.
Get lost along the way. You know what I mean?
I gotta play that part again. The part where he says a man that was shit in the bed and blame it on a baby. That man just might be your son, J. Prince Jr. Let's play this part again.
Nigga that will shit in the bed and blame it on the baby. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Some people get lost along the way. You know what I mean? They get lost along the way and they roll.
That would be your son. That would shit in the bed and blame it on the baby, Senior.
I don't like this shit, man. Calm down and let y'all talk. I hope.
I got to play that part again because I think it represents his son.
It's along the way. You know what I mean? They get lost along the way and they'll roll off a cliff with, you know what I mean, Officer Rat 100. And, you know, I don't like this shit, man. I'm gonna calm down and let y'all talk, but I hope the people feel me.
Bring it back to where I need to hear it. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Go off on 21 Savage. I'm like, oh, this nigga got diarrhea at the mouth. He like full of shit, right? He the type of nigga that will shit in the bed and
That's
blame
your
it on
son.
the baby. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Some people get lost along the way. You know what I mean? They get lost along the way and they'll roll off a cliff with, you know what I mean,
That's his son. As far as I'm concerned, his son represents that, the very thing that he's talking about. Now, ladies and gentlemen, George Floyd is from Houston, and we know what happened to George Floyd. I'm gonna play you an exclusive video of George Floyd speaking. The video I tried to play on my first channel where I was having those technical problems just a couple of nights ago, or a night ago or two. I need everybody to please, if you are on this channel right now today, share this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure you go over to the Information Man Show and subscribe to my main channel, which you'll find on the page of this channel, because I get into these type of issues deeper over there on so many different other topics that I touch on. But this is the video that I really wanted you all to see with George Floyd on the screen, and I've got it. And he's ironically talking about why are we killing each other. This is George Floyd speaking. Here we go.
man.
Right here.
Generation is clearly lost, man. Clearly lost, man. Like, I don't even know what to say no more, man. Like, you youngsters just going around, just busting guns in crowds, kids getting killed, you know, and it's clearly the generation after us, man, that's so lost, man. You know, man, I came into Houston and the nigga told me, yeah, Floyd, that young nigga the truth, man, right there, because he could bust a gun. Man, I knew it was crazy. Then a nigga my age saying this here, man. You know what I'm saying? They condoning this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like half them young niggas shooting them guns go home and they knees shaking at night. But they don't show it to nobody because, you know, they ain't tough then. Hey, man, come on home, man. One day it's gonna be you and God. You going up or you going down. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be it. And any nigga don't like this message, especially nigga my age, man, fuck you right now. My heart hurt.
Could you all hear what George Floyd was saying?
Our young generation is clearly lost, man. Clearly lost, man. Like, I don't even know what to say no more, man. Like, you youngsters just going around, just busting guns in crowds, kids getting killed, you know, and it's clearly the generation after us, man, that's so lost, man. You know, man, I came into Houston and the nigga told me, yeah, Floyd, that young nigga the truth, man, right there, because he could bust a gun. Man, I knew it was crazy. Then a nigga my age saying this here, man. You know what I'm saying? They condoning this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like half the young
Thank you, everybody.
Guns go home and they knees shaking at night. But they don't show it to nobody because, you know, they ain't tough then. Hey, man, come on home, man. One day it's gonna be you and God. You going up or you going down. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be it. And any nigga don't like this message, especially nigga my age, man, fuck you right now. My heart hurt.
And let y'all talk, but I hope the people feel me because, you know, I ain't the type of nigga, I don't believe in using rap, and like some niggas call them punks. I remember calling niggas sissies.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. Look, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. Jay Prince Sr. is a real G, but I think everything that he's saying right there near the end represents how his son is, in my opinion. Especially in the way they've handled this situation. These brothers were in your watch, on your watch and in your care, and you let this happen. You let this happen to Duke the jeweler who mysteriously gets shot. You having these dice games, you having all this sort of stuff, and people being killed. And check this out. We know that celebrities and people have gambling games, but damn it, why is it that every time something happens, our people end up being the ones mysteriously dead in these situations? Is this a part of, let me put my clinician's hat on as a therapist, is this a part of internal self-hate? Do we have internal self-hate, ladies and gentlemen, for ourselves? Do we hate because is it because we hate ourselves internally? And therefore, because we hate ourselves, we project that hate out to other people who look just like us. Because we've grown up in America where we've been told that we're not nothing, that we're not going to be anything anymore, that we ain't never been nothing, that we're nappy, that we're ugly, we got big lips, big noses, big eyes. And so that anger and that pain, we internalize it, and then we lash it out on other people that look like us. Is this what this is about? Is this what this is about? This Mai Tai stuff, I think, is going to come to an end. And as I'm going to say to you, for those of you who weren't here early in the show, Little Cam has a connection to the Prince family by way of his father. His father was running with Jay Prince Sr. back in the day. That's the picture right there in the upper corner. He looks just like his son. Look at it. And while Lil Cam is sitting up here, as I said before, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Information Man Speaks podcast.
You are listening to Information Man podcast.
I have the Information Man Show, my first channel. Make sure you get over there and subscribe to that.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Now let's get back to the Information Man podcast.
As I was saying before, Little Cam has been playing around on his Twitter page, trying to cap and trying to troll all of us. And we got to be aware of that, of the nonsense that's going on here. But me doing this podcast today was primarily to say, in a nutshell, that Jay Prince Jr. ain't a real man. He can't even at least acknowledge the fact that this brother right here, Takeoff, that the family was having a funeral. That he couldn't acknowledge that, but yet he was more willing, and this is the actual post for those of you that are coming in late, he was more concerned with posting after all this time. His concern was to post One Finesse, the new album coming out, the new album that is out in the mixtape. And his whole, so he's promoting the music, promoting the artists, but can't say a word about Takeoff. But he can promote this guy who just got out of the feds. And for those of you who are coming in late, this individual right here, as you know, is Finesse. Finesse to most. This guy has got to be dumb. And I mean dumber than dumber. Because I'm going to say this again for people that are coming in late who didn't get this part of the stream. This fool set up here and posted on his Instagram when people were coming at him about joining the Mai Tais. And he says, a lot of people ask me why you sign with the rap a lot. Why you sign with Mai Tais. Understand this. Jay Prince came and picked me up when I was down and out. Yeah, he did. He did. He picked you up. He did like that. Yeah, he picked you up. He picked you up. You right. Picked me up when I was down. And he goes on to say this, which is to show you how dumb he is after just doing the Fed time. Everybody left. I was selling K2 in the feds to survive. So you're selling drugs while you're inside. And you're telling everybody that on your social media. Do you want the feds to come pick you up again? Finesse too much? Because you're talking too damn much. And put you right back in a slammer. This is the type of ignorant stuff that our people need to stop doing. Everybody in the chat room, I thank you for being here today. There's people that I may not recognize. We got Buffalo Soldier in the house, Game, recognized Game in the house, Jill Chocolate Boutique is in the house. Appreciate you. Suggs is in the house. Let me see. I'm trying to see Larry. Who do I recognize? McCrae's in the house. Hardwood 20's in the house. If I'm not saying names correctly, Antoine, thank you. Just forgive me if I'm saying some names. Enlightened Queen, Mona, M. Mills is in the house. Thank you, sister, for being here. Daniel, diagnosed with Keith Daniels. Let me see who else I see in that chat room. Last Call is one of my mods. Chat, peace to you. Peace to everybody. James, thank you for being here. Empress, Goddess, thank you for being here as I get ready to conclude this podcast very soon. Endless Ed is in the house. Thank you for being here, Endless Ed. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you who are taking the time. I'm one of these content creators that I will acknowledge people who are giving me support and acknowledge people that are taking of their personal time in their life because I respect your time that you're giving me right now. And so I would say to you all, if you like what I'm doing with this so far, definitely subscribe to this channel because I do these podcasts at least every other day during the week, every other evening during the week. But my main channel is Information Man Show, where I go live over there mostly on Sundays, and I get into various issues, hard-hitting issues like this on that channel. Give that channel a subscribership as well. You can find it on this page of this channel by scrolling down. You'll see my logo with the microphones. Click into that and subscribe, hit the bell notification, because YouTube does a poor job of sending out the notification sometimes. And then hit the notification and the subscribe button for this channel as well, because on this channel I do talk about more of the celebrity and the popular people. And on the first channel I get into all types of deep subjects over there, and I bring on guests, and I also have panels every now and then. I give you the full package over there. I see we got Natural in the house, one of my mods as well. We got Stephen Gilmore YouTube channel. Definitely check that brother's channel out. The brother gives a lot of gems, drops a lot of gems over there. I'm just trying to appreciate you all right now, because you've come over here and you've given a brother some support. I know it's a hot topic that everybody's been talking about, that everyone wants to continue to check in on and to get information on and figure out what's going on here. But I think right now, I would like my next video on this subject to be when we get the complete story that the police have finally figured this shit out, because they're not telling us anything right now. And it's crazy to me. Don't y'all think? Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Now let's get back to the Information Man podcast.
So, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, this was a hell of a damn rap group, a hell of a group. And it's a damn shame that they broke up in the first place. But it's also a damn shame, or at least Offset left the group, because I know that Quavo and his nephew Takeoff were doing a lot of stuff together. I just want to say this is a damn shame what took place. And I want to say that we got to do better as a people. We got Speak with Your Girl, Marcella. And let me read what the sister is saying right here. And I appreciate you all coming over for this subscribership today and watching the video. Speak with Your Girl, Marcella. I'm having some tongue tied here today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. She says, thank you for giving us the real tea. We raise you up, King. We appreciate you. Love and light. Thank you much. Thank you. Look, everybody, I want y'all to check out her channel. Definitely check out her channel. The sister who just gave me the super chat, and that is Speak with Your Girl, Marcella. Make sure you give her some love on her channel as well. She's been supporting me on this channel now. She supports me on the first channel. I'm just trying to do my thing. Here. But I'm waiting for the mayor and someone to come out, jump out the damn window sooner or later, and tell us what's really going on. How many of you in the chat room right now, by putting a number 7 in the chat room, are shocked by the video that I played of George Floyd saying to people in Houston, when he was alive, y'all gotta stop the senseless killing? Put a 7 in the chat room. Are you surprised by this video that I dropped today? Have you ever seen this video?
Our young generation is clearly lost, man. Like, I don't even know what to say no more.
Drop a 7 if you're surprised by hearing George Floyd. It's like he's coming back from the beyond and talking. It's like he's talking to us from the beyond. From the beyond.
I came back to Houston and the nigga told me, yeah, Floyd, that young nigga the truth, man, right there.
He's like he's talking to us after his death.
Man, I
and telling us
crazy.
what we should stop doing. He's telling to his people in the Fifth Ward. He's talking to his people out there in Houston.
Half them young niggas shooting them guns, go home and they knees shaking.
Tell me something, folks.
They don't show it to nobody because, you know.
You're listening to the Information Man Speaks podcast here.
Come on home, man. One day it's gonna be you and God. You going up or you going down. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be it. And any nigga don't like this message, especially nigga my age, man, fuck you right now.
He said, fuck you. Back to it now. So that's a surprise. All 1,000 of you that are watching, that's a surprise video. I had to do this video today because of that goofy stuff that Jay Prince just did. For those of you that are coming in late, and I feel like I gotta do another review for people that are coming in late, and I got one video that's gonna end it all today. But for those of you that are coming in a little late, and let me see here, I got a super chat from Dr. Nikki MPW Proctor, PhD. Thank you, my sister. She says, Information Man Show, please come out and support Joe. Oh, I will. Josephine and myself on Sunday. We shouted you out in our, okay, check this out, sister. Do me a favor. Drop the link in my Instagram page. All you gotta do is DM me, Information Man. It's Information Man Show. Go to Information Man Show. Drop the link to all of that information in my DM so that I know exactly the day and time that you're going live, so that I can come watch. Or if you did a video where you shouted me out, I can go watch that video, give it a like in the whole 9 yards. And I appreciate you. And thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Now, because we've had more people that have come into the show, I've got to review a few things again for the purpose of their benefit as well. Now, remember, I said earlier in this program that Jay Prince Jr. had the audacity to put something on his Instagram, but did not say anything about, I want to say, rest in power to Takeoff. I want to say love to the family, put the family in your prayers. He did not have the decency to do that. Instead, what he did on his Instagram, for those of you who may not know, after this situation, this tragic situation happened, is that he turns around and he drops this on his Instagram. And this is legitimate. I just checked his Instagram. He ain't changed shit. He says here, it says here, Jay Prince Jr., one finesse, Slum Mo, out now, pre-order mixtapes. He's promoting music. No word about what happened to Takeoff under his damn watch. Now 12/2/90 days will be out, real street gospel. So he's promoting one finesse or finesse 2 times. He's promoting one finesse 2 times. And I already had played a video where my man, the real Jonathan Stewart, had already did a tongue lash about him, telling him he better watch himself. Right here again for you.
Finesse 2 times.
Just to play a little bit of this.
Boy, you know what's going on. You know what this is. Ain't nobody say you had nothing to do with it. But it's kind of funny. You always around mob ties. You always, everything ties, you know, the clan. Big party with the Migos there. Make me think, made me wonder, why wasn't you there, Finesse 2 times? You already knew it was gonna happen. You already knew the play, you knew it was gonna happen. Let's see, here go the factual facts, Finesse 2 times. You ain't gotta cut ties with mob ties. But I do know you can't be around no convicted felons. Yeah, that's for damn sure. Mob ties. You can't be around no firearms. See, finesse 2 times. You've been to prison, but it still don't seem like you learned. You can't understand what's going on, boy. You can't see what's really going on. Mob ties is over.
I played that a little bit earlier, but for people that came in a little late, I'm doing this for the purpose of the new audience that's coming in as a reminder of where the show was going. So when he dropped this, he said nothing about Takeoff and the fact that Takeoff funeral was today or is today. And as I said before, we know that Little Cam was trolling saying that I should go to the Takeoff funeral. And we know that Little Cam is connected to the Prince family by way of his father, Little Cam's dad, who's connected to Jay Prince, in this case, Senior.
Tell the truth.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
This is the Information Man Speaks podcast, my second channel. Make sure you also subscribe to the main channel, which is Information Man Show. Thank you.
Tell the truth.
And we know that Jay Prince Senior gave that cryptic message about you can't hide behind me. You can't hide besides me or anywhere near me. I don't tolerate dumb shit like that. Even though I don't know who the shooter is. Why would he say that again, ladies and gentlemen, if he didn't know that there was something suspicious around him? This man, Jay Prince Sr., has had a long legacy as a real G. And I'm afraid, by default, that his son, or maybe sons, I don't know, are about to throw that legacy right in the garbage because of them trying to play gangster when they're not real gangsters. The only one who has a legitimate pedigree of gangster would be Senior. He comes up in my day. I'm an old schooler. I'm a Gen Xer. He comes from my generation. But he's got sons playing around. And then again, finesse too much, as I said before on his Instagram post, he's telling people I was selling K2 in the feds to survive when I met him, meaning met Jay Prince, who helped him and got him going to get him back on his feet for his rap career. You're dumb because you're telling people you were doing illegal things inside the pen. Do you want them to come back and arrest you? So that's a dumb, to me, that's dumb. That's the problem with a lot of these guys who think that they're street, who are in the hip hop community, in these hip hop type of, I don't want to put it all on hip hop, just these type of cats who want to portray to you that they're street. First of all, why are you talking too much about what you did illegally all over social media as if the feds or anybody else doesn't read it? That they don't have an eye on you. And I also played, we know that Jay Prince has a relationship with Little Cam. And this again is Little Cam's mugshot. And again, we know that there was a dice game where Duke, the jeweler from Chicago, ended up mysteriously dead afterwards or killed because he was, and it was reported that he was breaking them off for money. Let's play that again. And I'm gonna stop it so y'all can see Little Cam right there. That's Little Cam right next to him, right there. This is video, not no. There it is, folks, for you to see. And that's little Bootsy, who's on this as well. That go Jake the Duke the jeweler. And that's Bootsy right there. Because Bootsy had a concert on that night.
What are you here for?
This really is crazy. All right. I want to bring it back over here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is I thank you for being here, taking of your time, your free time, or your busy time at your schedule. I want to say subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. Thank you for watching. I'm not over quite yet. I also want to say subscribe to the Information Man Show, the first channel. You can scroll down on this page and you will find the Information Man Show on this page. Subscribe to this page as well, as I do go live on this page quite a bit during the week, especially in the evening time. I want to thank you for being a part of this. This whole thing is crazy. It makes you go, oops, upside your head. Say, oops, upside your head. The whole thing is crazy. Everything about it is just crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Let's go to a video that will put a crescendo on today's podcast, as we got to make it do what we can make it do. I appreciate all of you in the chat room, all 1,400 and sort of you that are here today. I know that this is the hot topic. It's buzzing all over the YouTube streets. All 1,405 of you that are here, really appreciate you here. But this whole thing is a shame. I want to say once again, make sure you put Takeoff, his mother, his family in your prayers. This should have never happened. We got to stop harming each other, as you heard from George Floyd himself from the Beyond tell you. We got to stop it. But I want y'all to walk away with one thing that's very important. And that is Jay Prince Jr. did not wake up yesterday or late last night and say, let me put something that shows respect to Takeoff and his family. He simply went back to business as usual on his Instagram and said, we're going to promote some music. We're going to promote mixtapes. We're going to promote too much, finesse too much. We're going to make sure we get his music out there. We're going to prop it up. Damn, taking what happened to him on my watch. Okay? Crazy. That's a damn shame on his part. That shows you that he has no reverence. It also shows you that, do we have a death culture within some of our black communities where we just are immune to people dying, immune to the killing, the homicide rates? Do I need to remind you what the numbers are? How often homicide numbers for rappers? Let me give it to you. Let's break it down. What are the homicide numbers for rappers? Check this out. The average rapper, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to put this up here. I want everybody to listen to this before you leave. Don't leave this stream until you hear what I'm going to tell you here. The average rapper dies between 25 years of age between 25 years of age and 30 years of age. Between 25 and 31 years of age is the average number for when rappers are taken out of here. Takeoff was 28 years old, so he fits into that range. The murder, check this out. Check this out. I want to read something to you. If I can get this thing to work. Do you know that the average, hang on for 1 minute. All right, let me read this to you. The rate of murder in the United States going back to 2020, the rate of murder stands at 54.4% according to the latest stats from 2020. That's the rate of murder, 54.4%. But the rate of murder for rappers is at 50 something, almost 50%. So 50% of rappers are at that's the average death. Check this out. The average death for all the musical genres, that mean rock music, punk music, R&B, jazz, rappers die almost close to 57% more than any other musical genre from homicide. Let y'all think about that one for a minute. Let that marinate. Just listen to that. %57%, I believe, here. Homicide rates for rappers. That's a damn shame. Let me read this. Let me break this other piece down here. Let me see here. So rappers are dying more by homicide than they are natural causes. And you know that's a damn shame, everybody. You know that that's a shame. And why are we taking our lives like this? Why are we harming ourselves like this? Why are we harming another brother who looks just like us? What's causing us to do this type of harm to one another? Why is this happening? Can anybody in the chat room give a breakdown of why this is happening? Yeah, the question is, who's next? Who's next? I want to find something really quick. Rappers dying. Why do rappers die young? Here we go. In our culture, seeing rappers dying at ages as young as 20 in the new norm is the new norm. The cause of death is often murder due to gang violence or overdose. Many rappers are openly affiliated with gangs and violence, and even more are open about their drug and alcohol use. That's one example. But this is the one I want right here. Check this out. This goes all the way back to 2010. Let's see here. We've got too many people dying like this, y'all. This is crazy. And you all heard that they found the third guy, the third individual who was involved in young Dolph's shooting. I'm going to do a podcast on that another time, but we have, and it was another black person, even though he had a Hispanic name. This whole thing is a damn shame. Let me go ahead and show you the concluding video. And this is brother right here. I want to give him some respect. This is the Wealth Giant Academy. This brother used to do work. He knows Jay Prince Sr. He's been around the Migos, and he's telling you straight up, as I'm getting ready to tell you right now again, that the mod ties might be a dead thing. They might be a dead thing. And here he is to break it down. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, to break it down. Excuse me there.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Y'all know I usually don't do videos like this, but this is imperative. First of all, man, rest in peace to Takeoff. I actually knew those young men, man, when I was living in Gwinnett some years ago, and everybody in Atlanta, I used to do promotions around the city. I mean, hell, Jacksonville, North Florida. So I knew P and them, QC, Takeoff, Offset, Quavo. At a young age, they was doing shows in Gwinnett County, man. At the bowling alley, Jermaine Dupri, them all used to come. Everybody, Luda, everybody used to come. Hang out, up and new artists used to come to the bowling alley, man. Indian Trail, Steve Reynolds Boulevard in Gwinnett County. People know Wild Bills. They used to do little shows of Wild Bills, amateur stuff. So, and then I lived in Gwinnett 5 years. So this is, it's personal to me. I wasn't in business with them, but I knew them. I knew who they were. I just want to say this, man. And rest in peace to all these young brothers who died. Not just Takeoff. PNB Rock, Young Dolph out of Tennessee. Hell, Duke the Jeweler, man. He wasn't even an artist, but Duke the Jeweler out of Chicago. All these dudes have lost their life, man, in the last, I say, 5-6 years, because that's what it's really been crazy. MO3 out of Dallas, all this senseless killings that's been going on. But I'm gonna say something here, man. As far as the Jay Prince family goes, the mob tie shit in Houston, that shit done, man. As much respect, and I want to say something here right here. I know Jay Prince personally as well. Y'all can see the thumbnail. I've done parties with Jay Prince in Atlanta. I've done parties with Jay Prince in Florida. I've done parties with Jay Prince in Houston. So this ain't to Jay Prince Sr. I got much respect for Sr., but I lost a little respect for Sr. after I read his post on IG, where he was basically acting like he didn't know what was up. And I get it on all natural things. That's your son. So your first reaction is going to protect your son. I get that. But it's over with for your son, man. I mean, even if you never get charged, even if James Prince or Jazz, I don't know how far Jazz was in on this, but obviously Jay Prince Jr. was down with this bullshit that happened to Takeoff. A senseless killing over a dice game. The Takeoff wasn't even in. Obviously, there was an argument with Quavo. Everybody got it online, so I ain't getting off into no conspiracy theories, but everybody seen the video and the remark that your son made, man, how he said he didn't give a fuck, don't ask him no questions, basically. That's bad right there. Cats in Atlanta right now want to take his head. And we ain't gonna make this no Atlanta-Houston thing. It ain't even just cats in Atlanta. I'm talking about killers in Atlanta. It's cats all over. Even some of your homies in Houston don't even like this, man. I mean, so it's all over, man. New York, Jersey, California. Cats ain't feeling this. All this checking in shit, which is really ignorant, man, because y'all ain't making no white artists check in. Y'all ain't making Justin Bieber or NSYNC or whoever the fuck up. Y'all ain't making them check in. But you want to make.
That's the point that I want to make, ladies and gentlemen, before you get out of here today, is that he made a very good, powerful point right here. He said, you're not making Justin Bieber or Timberlake or any of these white artists You're not making them check in. So why are you making black artists check in like the Migos? That is true. And that goes back to what I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, about the self-hate. That we hate self and kind and we'll do things to each other that we won't do to other people. We think the white man's ice is colder than the black man's ice. And we underestimate and undervalue and marginalize our own people by propping up white society or white people. Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber, all these white boys, Eminem, they can come in and out of our community. We'll praise them if they can rap, if they can dance a little bit. And we don't hold them to no kind of conditions that you got to do this before you can do that in our community. We let Drake, who ain't even American, come from Canada. We lay out the red carpet for him and he ain't street. And we put all these insane conditions on our people that we don't put on other people. Just like what he just got finished saying there. Why do we do that to each other? Hear this again.
I'm talking about killers in Atlanta. It's cats all over. Even some of your homies in Houston don't even like this, man. I mean, so it's all over, man. New York, Jersey, California. Cats ain't feeling this. You know, all this checking in shit, which is really ignorant, man, because y'all ain't making no white artists check in.
Right.
Y'all ain't making Justin Bieber or
Tell the truth.
NSYNC or whoever the fuck up. Y'all ain't making them check in. But you want to make black rappers check in like y'all some hell of a dudes or something. And y'all ain't that, man. Y'all ain't that. I hate to agree with a lot of things that Charleston White say, because a lot of shit he say is true. It's just the way that he delivered I don't like, but Charleston White is right, man. Y'all are cancerous to the black community. Y'all are cancerous. And this shows it right here, man. This is 2 killings in the last few months, which was something involving a dice game and your son, James. I'm talking to senior, man. Because I don't talk to no hoe motherfuckers. I don't talk to no bitches. So I'm not gonna even address James Prince Jr. They're kids to me, or Jazz. I'm talking to the man that I know, James Prince.
Tell the truth.
In the article, I mean in your IG post that you weren't gonna let them stand behind you. That's what you said. So I'm insinuating, and I'm not gonna reiterate everything you said in your post. Everybody could go and read your post on IG. And you know, you call Takeoff your nephew and all of this. And that's all good, man. That's all good. I'm sure you had a relationship. You probably had a great relationship with them. I'm sure you do. But you know what's going on. I think you know what's going on. And you said that you're not gonna let them stand behind you, so you need to let it happen. Now, me personally, I think the street should handle it. You know what I mean? But whatever happened, man, Rico, whatever. I don't really care, man, at this point. Cause I don't like how it went down. I don't like how your son tried to parade around like he a gangster. He ain't no gangster, man. He's not a gangster, man. He was born in the money.
Tell the truth.
And he basically trying to parade around like he's you, man. Basically, he don't smear your name, man. It's over with for that mob tie shit. You ain't gonna get no respect. None of your artists probably ain't gonna never be able to come to Atlanta, period. Or probably nowhere else.
Tell the truth.
Honestly, to be honest with you, cause it's as far as word on the street, man, it's a lot of people they gunning for you now. So they're gunning for your sons, man. So all I can say, man, is if you claim you for the people and you for black unity, well, it's time to cash in that card now. You know what I mean? Because there's an old saying you used to always say. You say disrespect, flowers always beat you home. So that's about what that gonna happen to your own sons, man. You might have to bury them before they bury you. Flowers gonna beat them home. So you need to handle it the right way, man, and get your face back right. Don't let them smear your name, man, hide behind that fake gangster shit, because don't nobody care about that shit. And don't nobody need to check in when they go to Houston. Don't nobody need to check in when they go anywhere, man. Move how you move, man. And this is a message to all you young rappers out here, man. And particularly rappers, because I don't too much see this with young R&B artists, you know what I mean? Even though I know a lot of the young R&B artists of this new generation try to be this street shit too, though, which I don't understand. But anyway, but particularly to the young rap artists, man, get you some professional security, man. Stop trying to go to cities, you know,
Tell the truth.
don't give a fuck if it's LA, Chicago, trying to check in with Crip bosses and blood bosses and GDs. Fuck all them niggas, man. Them niggas ain't about shit. Them niggas is on some extortion shit. They don't
You
give a
are
fuck
listening
about their own
to
homies they
Information
growed up
Man
with.
podcast.
I mean, come on, man. They don't care about. Look at Nip. Nip was beefing with his own homies in 6-0. They trying to extort this man. Man, listen. Fuck all them niggas. Fuck all of them. Fuck them all. Get you some real security, especially when you're on the level like the Migos were. Even though I believe that Quavo and them felt like they was in a safe place, so-called safe place, because they was with these mob-ties niggas in a mob-tie event.
Tell the
But
truth.
obviously some words went on, and it seemed like it's a setup to me. Obviously some words went on, and Quavo felt like he was disrespected. We couldn't get all the, at least what I've heard so far on the audio, we couldn't get all of the argument. But some kind of way it was over dice game, and some kind of way it switched to basketball. I don't know what the fuck. It was confusing. And it seemed like it was confusing to Quavo. Quavo was like, basketball. So why y'all talking about basketball or some shit like that? But then Quavo said, like, y'all ain't gonna be talking to me. And then he said some shit like, let me go for somebody get hurt. Which was probably the wrong thing for Quavo to say when you in somebody else's territory, you in somebody else's hood. You know what I mean? Even though he had security with him, but you in they shit, you know what I mean? So they got you outnumbered, obviously got you outgunned. But you know, Quavo just that type, you know, he speak his mind. He a little dude, but he ain't never been scary, but he got his nephew killed, obviously. But I'm not gonna say he got his nephew killed, so let me not say that. Because whatever that argument was about, Quavo obviously was going on the defense and was gonna walk away. So I'm not gonna say Quavo got Takeoff killed. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna even put that message out there. Let me take that back. Quavo didn't say anything to make somebody want to kill Takeoff. That even Quavo saying let me leave for somebody to get hurt still doesn't give somebody else the right to take somebody's life. Swing on them, cool. Y'all want to fight? We don't fight. But the shooting, it just done something funny about that and how that went down. How they saying this dude just came up behind Takeoff and shot him in the head and then used his body for a shield. Almost like it was meant to be, like the whole dice game was set up. But I just want to say this, man. That mob tie shit, man, is basically over with, man. I always keep my ear to the street in Atlanta, Miami, even Texas, man, and they coming for y'all, man. I ain't even talking about the police, man. Honestly, a lot of people out here right now, they hope the police don't get your son, man. They hope that even though we know the feds is probably watching, 9 times out of 10, they probably been watching y'all. Been waiting on y'all waiting on your son to do some dumb shit like he just did. He showed that he ain't a real leader. He ain't a real Don. You know, but yeah, it's over with, man. People gunning for you. Yeah, and they hope the police don't get him first. So whoever this little Cam dude is, they saying he got killed. Then I heard that that's false, and I believe it is false because I believe it's just something they throw it out there to try to make it seem like, oh yeah, we got rid of this guy. Which even if that was the case, even if you did kill the guy that killed Takeoff, that still would be more ignorant because that still would be showing that you knew who did it, and the only thing you're doing is basically covering up for what happened. So that still wouldn't make no sense. So nobody cares if Lil Cam is dead or alive. It ain't even about Lil Cam. It really ain't. I mean, it don't even matter what happened to Lil Cam. It's about J. Prince Jr., man. And everybody know that. So I just wanted to say this, man. Mob ties, you done, man. You ain't got no more respect in the city, man. Not in Atlanta, man. You ain't got no respect in the city. Or Florida. We don't respect that. You know what I mean? We don't respect that at all. So that's all I wanted to say, man. Peace out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway,
you off that,
walked outside from the dice. Niggas even tripped about the dice game. All it was a little $7,000 that it got up off of Quay. Quay walks outside and looks in a yellow jacket, yellow hoodie, follows us and say, hey, what's up with this one-on-one? Let's get a one-on-one basketball. He was trying to get some more money out of it. Quay was like, bro, what you talking about? Like, you just took money off of me. Because you can hear in the video, he said, y'all just took money. We can get that shit back.
Yeah. 7.
Right. So he was like, bro, like, why? He was like, why we talking about basketball? And he was like, so the dude in the white hat, that's Mike Prince. I just got to phone him too. I got to phone him not too long ago. He's commenting Quay down saying, oh, he don't mean it like that. He don't mean it like that. But Quay was just tripping because the was antagonizing him. He was following him outside. You know what I'm saying? Trying to still get more money or whatever. He was like, I can't wait to take your money again.
Let's play basketball.
Like,
we can go play basketball.
He was like, I'm leaving. He's like, all right, I'm leaving. I ain't gonna say too much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you just heard there was the assistant when the brother that you were listening to goes by the name of Wealth Giant Academy. He is on YouTube. I want to say shout out to him. I thought what he said was on point. It was the truth. Everything that he said was on point and was the truth. And the audio that you just heard right after him is from one of the assistants to the Amigos, who said that it was about the dice game that was led by the fact that Takeoff was harmed in a situation in which Little Cam, well, in this situation, let me just go here and say this, because this is what they really were saying, is that it was the dice game that caused the commotion because Quavo was being broken off money in the range of $7,000 or 17 grand, somewhere in there, as you heard them say on there, that's what really started it. And when the question of basketball came up, according to the assistant, someone who's an assistant with the Migos, who was there, that there was some talk about, hey, let's do another bet again. Let's do it on basketball, something of that nature. And hopefully we'll find out if the damn police will come out and let us know what's going on. So that's what you just heard a few minutes ago. That's what they allege happened, because they claimed that they were there. I want to appreciate everybody in the chat room that came out to listen to this podcast today. Got a big ass crowd out there. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. When you get an opportunity to subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the Information Man Show, my first channel. Scroll down the page, you'll see Information Man Show, as well as this channel that you're already on. Subscribe, because I do go into all these different type of issues and topics, all different type of subject matters that you will enjoy hearing me break down. So I appreciate you all. I want everybody to enjoy their weekend. I'm very happy that I had the time off today to be able to do this particular one, because I wasn't happy with how I had so much of technical problems with the second video that I did on this subject on the first channel. Although I did a good job on that, but there was some technical problems in the beginning, but then it all starts to clean itself up. And I'm glad that I was able to do this based on the fact that, I gotta be honest, J. Prince Jr. Isn't a real man when he can't even give acknowledgement to a man that he had around him that he claimed is his brother. And then when it really counted to show that you had brotherhood for another black man, you walked past him, you said fuck it, and you didn't give a damn about him, to the point that when you dropped a post on your Instagram, it was all about promoting finesse too much. It was about promoting the mixtapes and promoting the music, the Mob Ties brand, which, by the way, by doing that, you've actually hurt your brand, because people are looking and saying, damn, this motherfucker can't even say anything about Takeoff. That makes you look that makes you look bad again. So with that said, everybody, thank you. We got Chris Rum in the house. Let me see, Jill's Chocolate, thank you for saying I had a great stream. Keith Weston, thank you, my brother, for coming over and being a part of the show. Thank you. I'm surprised that I was able to, I'm happy that I was able to do this at this time and not later on in the evening when most people might be busy or getting ready to go to sleep across the country. I want to shout out New York. I want to shout out Dallas, Texas. I want to shout out Atlanta. I want to shout out Los Angeles. I want to shout out Chicago. The reason why I'm shouting out those major cities is because when I look at my analytics, those are the cities where I get the greatest views of people that are supporting the channel. And I want to thank you. If you're coming into this channel, subscribe to this channel immediately. If you're coming into this channel, subscribe to the Information Man Show immediately. My second channel that's on the page of this page. You scroll down and you will see Information Man Show. You click into that. You just click it. So it's not even going to cost you anything. You just click it, hit the bell notification, and bam, anytime I go live on this channel or my first channel, you never miss nothing. And I thank you again. But with that said, I'm going to leave this right here, and I'm going to say this. I want to say, for those of you who were not able to go to the funeral today, it doesn't matter, because what most matters is what's in your heart. And I want to say, make sure you give a prayer to the family, to Takeoff's mother, his sister, all of his immediate family. Just give a prayer and let this brother rest in power. But I especially want to say that I'm really tired of us having to use that word, rest in power, rest in peace, because too many of our people are dying. And I'm sick of it. Somehow we're going to have to figure out a way. Somehow we got to see each other as worth it. We got to see each other as having some meaning, that we got to have some empathy and some sympathy for one another. Somehow we got to stop. And it's not, and see, somebody out there is going to say, oh, this is the rappers and the rap music. No. This type of killing goes on within some of our communities, whether you are a rapper or not. What happened to Takeoff, what happened to brother Takeoff, is indicative of some of the things that has happened in some of our communities. There are black men and black women like this that you see on the screen who are not rappers, who are not entertainers, and they're no longer with us. And they die and nobody knows who they are, and we just chalk it up as just another black person dead. And of course, because Takeoff was a famous rapper, it's getting more attention. I get it. I'm giving it attention too. But let's just remember that there are still black people that die who do not have celebrity status every day in the way that Takeoff was taken out of here. And that it speaks to the fact that we as a people have so much. Sometimes, some of us, not all of us, have so much pushback on each other, just like the brother from the Wealth Giant Academy said. We're not making Justin Bieber late, okay? Justin Bieber. We're not making any of these white rap artists and any of these white artists. We're not making them check in, but we'll make each other check in. Make that make sense. You can't, because it doesn't make any damn sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. So thank you for coming over and supporting the show. I'll be back with other presentations about other subject matters. I know this is a hot subject matter. I'll be live on the Information Man Show, my first channel, on Sunday. So make sure you subscribe to that channel and come over. And as I end this podcast today, I can't help but let George Floyd from the beyond, from the great beyond, tell you something once more again. Here he goes.
Man, our young generation is clearly lost, man. Clearly lost, man. Like, I don't even know what to say no more, man. Like, you youngsters just going around, just busting guns in crowds, kids getting killed, you know, and it's clearly the generation after us, man, that's so lost, man. You know, man, I came into Houston and the nigga told me, yeah, Floyd, that young nigga the truth, man, right there, because he could bust a gun. Man, I knew it was crazy. Then a nigga my age saying this here, man, you know what I'm saying? They condoning this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like half them young niggas shooting them guns, go home and they knees shaking at night. But they don't show it to nobody because, you know, they ain't tough then. Hey, man, come on home, man. One day it's going to be you and God. You going up or you going down. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be it. And any nigga don't like this message, especially nigga my age, man, fuck you right now. My heart hurt.
Take care, everybody.
But man, our young generation is
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you, everybody.
Nothing's ever guaranteed. Why put yourself through agony? When nothing's ever guaranteed.
Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
The Information Man podcast can be heard on 9 major platforms, on the second YouTube channel as well, Information Man Speaks podcast. Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Castbox, SoundCloud, and finally, Spreaker.
Looking to be rescued on the west side, south side. It used to be out of my mind. Just trying to come up on a sure thing, or giving up some things. When nothing's ever guaranteed. Nothing's ever guaranteed. Why put yourself through agony?
Information is power. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Looking to be rescued on the
West side, south side, mind.
Tell the truth.
Or giving up your dreams when nothing's ever guaranteed. Nothing's ever guaranteed. Why put yourself through agony? When nothing's ever guaranteed.
Have you ever dreamed of a perfect picture? Something you can see so clearly in your mind. So you took that perfect picture and connected it with a name, a space, and time. And when you started to share that picture with someone that you thought was so special,
Information is
you didn't
power.
realize that wish or vision was something untrue. Thoughts just floating in the air.
Tell the truth.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
I told my girl, ain't no time for waiting. You've used all your patience and love. I told my girlfriend, you've been sick of us. We came out of lust. I said, baby, we can't keep on faking. We can't keep on faking lies. I said, baby, I see through the skies. You can't keep on lying. Girl, you need some motivation. Any other
Tell the truth.
you know what saturation going by.
Until now, neither did I.
Yeah, I know so much. Man, it feels like I got the whole weight of the world on my shoulders. I ain't trying to wait on
on the wall. Cause time keeps on moving, my heart just keeps on getting cold. And it don't make no sense, cause life was a living hell. Look to God when I needed help. He said to be honest, you already got it. You gotta be one with your inner self. Now I move like Giannis, a freak and a monster. Let's keep it a buck, nigga, you cannot stop us, I promise. When I get them dollars, I'm buying you crib for my mama and find me a Robin Rihanna. Niggas keep flocking before we in birds of a feather, so ain't no comparisons. It's chosen blow we inherit. So if you ain't got on my nigga, then it's so embarrassing, huh? I had to learn how to dream with my eyes open. I had high hopes and all these niggas trying to take what's mine.
Tell the truth.
They hit a mine, we mine. No, you get rocky, I move regardless. Niggas greedy, I'm Creed, the Adonis. One day I'ma look at the new wave from the top like, oh man, when I'm really the father.
You are listening to Information Man Podcast.
Right now,
Information Man Podcast can be heard on 9 major platforms. On the second YouTube channel as well, Information Man Speaks Podcast. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Castbox, SoundCloud, and finally,
I lost half of me, it couldn't kill me. I'm one of better things, and a better me, nigga. I'm hungry, I'm coming for everything. Yeah, I had to one up, cause all of my ops was ahead. Now all of my ops are dead. I leave them bloody a shot to the head. I'm catching bodies, they shaking, they scared, they hopeless. Give their mama some roses, yeah.
Tell the truth, everybody. Peace. Thank you for being here today. You just got the Information Man experience. I'll see y'all all soon, and take care. Peace.